Cornerstone Retirement Partners presents Your Course to Retirement with Grand Rapids Certified Financial Planner Ron Corser and Nolan Gosley. Cornerstone Retirement Partners are planning today for the potential of tomorrow.
Here with Ron Corser, CFP, founder of Cornerstone Retirement Partners, with another important lesson and perspective on financial investment and retirement planning. Ron, pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everyone. This is Ron Corser. I'm with Cornerstone Retirement Partners. And we're going to talk about something that I'm always interested in, and a lot of people are, the concept of rebalancing a portfolio periodically to make sure you're on track. And I'm going to focus on the on track part. But before I start, if any of you have questions related to anything with your financial plan, your retirement income plan, Medicare planning, anything like that, give us a call. It's 616-301-2581. It's Cornerstone Retirement Partners at 616-301-2581, or go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. That's www.cornerstone-rp.com. Put your information in there. We will get you the information you need to make really good decisions for you and your family. So let's talk about the idea of rebalancing a portfolio and making sure we're on track. Why would you want to rebalance? What does rebalancing mean? Well, let's pretend that you have 6 securities in an IRA. Big company, small company, middle-sized companies, bonds, what have you. Over a period of time, those investments will perform differently over time. Depends on the environment. Depends on if there's a lot of inflation, depends on a lot of different things. But some will go up, some will go sideways, some may go down. Some may go up so far that they become a larger portion of your investment strategy than perhaps you wanted. A great example would be if you invested in Tesla right after they closed down the world in 2020. Tesla went from about $84 a share to over $1,000 a share. That means if you'd have bought 1,000 shares of Tesla right after COVID hit, you'd have been a millionaire and you'd have been really happy. But a lot of us didn't do that. But it's important to rebalance because you don't want one security or a small minority in your portfolio to drive the portfolio either up or down. That's why you rebalance. You make an assumption that says, I want to keep, let's just say you have 6 stocks, 5 stocks and 1 bond. I want to keep 10% in the bonds and the rest 90% equally among the 5 securities. And then over 6 months or maybe a little longer, you find out that 1 or 2 are doing really poorly and you want to get back to them, but you don't want to sell that security. You just want to make sure that it has a solid position. So you rebalance back to the original percentages, for example. And I'll give you a great example of why this rebalancing is important and why you navigate it depending on the environment and where you are. This goes back to many, many years ago when I was in the Army. Now, I was in the Army so long ago that the Army was just transitioning from muskets to regular rifles, so bear with me. But I had to learn how to navigate in the daytime and nighttime over different kinds of terrain, do compass navigation. And if you think about it, it's really important to know where you're going and know how to get there. So how did they teach us to do that? Well, the first thing they did is they taught us how to read a map, not your basic road map, but a map that had the topography on it, hills, valleys, rivers, creeks, things like that. The second thing they taught us is to figure out how many steps it takes to walk 100 meters. Now, everybody needs to know that both of our legs are not equal. One is shorter than the other, or to be positive, one is longer than the other. But what that means is my left leg is shorter than the other. That means it's impossible for me to walk a straight line. I don't care how hard I try. Without a compass, without guardrails, I cannot walk a straight line. I will eventually veer off into the left. So here's what they taught me after a lot of instruction, is I can walk over generally any kind of terrain on average. It's reasonably flat, not going up a hill. About 130 steps equals 100 meters. So what I would do is I would take, if I had to take out a group of guys on patrol and go 1,000 meters, I would put 10 rocks into the left side of my pad pocket. And I would count the steps because I would have a point man in front of me. And I would count 130 steps, stop, and I would take a rock out of my left pocket, put it into my right pocket. Because you'd be surprised at night how you can get confused and lost. But here's the other thing I learned. To correct for my leg being shorter, I had to take 3 wide steps to the right. I went over about 4 feet for correction to get back on track. Now, that may sound a little convoluted or strange, but it actually worked. I never got lost once at night. Never did. Never got lost once in the daytime. And that can be kind of important. So I learned how to navigate different terrain in the rain, at night, during the day, flat ground, bumpy ground, didn't matter, going across rivers, streams. And it has to be the same with our investment strategy in our portfolio. We have to be in a position, either with your doing it yourself or those of our clients doing it, we help with that, to navigate the terrain, to navigate the environment that we're in. And that requires sometimes that we take a look at what we own. And if we're still good with owning that, make an adjustment as to how much weight we give to each one of those securities, those stocks, bonds, and mutual funds that we have in our investment accounts, in our portfolio, so that one doesn't get out of whack, either lead us too far down or go up so high that it could crack up when it reaches its peak. So rebalancing portfolios, and it's especially important in retirement, because we don't have the pleasure of having more money coming in all the time doing dollar cost averaging. It's critically important to rebalance, or at least consider rebalancing on a periodic basis. For those of you who are clients, you know we meet periodically. And that's the kind of thing we do. We talk about where each position is in the portfolio and should we make some changes. Because ultimately, rebalancing means you make adjustments, if necessary, to the environment we're in, to the kind of world we're living in, to what's going on with taxes and inflation, to what's going on in the world economy. Do we have enough energy? Those kinds of things impact us in our investment strategy and in creating retirement income in retirement. So rebalancing the portfolio is really important. I still know how to read a map. I can still navigate. Just give me a compass and I'll be fine. It's something you learn that you never go away from. And that's the purpose of rebalancing. After a while, it becomes very normal. It becomes necessary to always check where you're going, where you've been, and doesn't make sense. So if this has intrigued you or you have a question about it, give me a call. Again, I'm Ron Courser with Cornerstone Retirement Partners, 616-301-2581, 616-301-2581, or please go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. We can help you. Put your information in there. We'll reach out to you, give you the stuff you need to make really good decisions for you and your family. The Army looked at me and said, I think we can teach you how to read a map and not get lost. We look at our clients and say, we can help you not get lost in this crazy environment. So give us a call, ladies and gentlemen, 616-301-2581. Thank you.
Tune into Cornerstone Retirement Partners' full radio program, Your Course to Retirement, Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock at News Radio WOOD, or visit cornerstone-rp.com for many valuable resources, including those mentioned on this show and other great episodes of Your Course to Retirement.
The content of this radio show is provided for informational purposes only and is not a solicitation or recommendation of any investment strategy. You are encouraged to seek investment, tax, or legal advice from an independent professional advisor.
Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group is solely an indication that the financial advisor has attended training provided by Ed Slott and Company, passed biannual examinations on material covered at conferences and in webinars, and met other membership requirements, and does not constitute an endorsement of any kind. Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group members pay a fee for the educational programs that allow them to be included in the Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group. Membership does not guarantee investment success. Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.
Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Any investments and/or investment strategies mentioned involve risk, including the possible loss of principal.
Any comments regarding safe and secure investments and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products. They do not refer in any way to securities or investment advisory products.
Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals or growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs.
Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.